All right, so we got these quail eggs in the mail today, and we were actually watching a video on YouTube and found this guy recommended Oasis Quail Farms, and he actually sent a paper with the eggs. So we got them in the mail today, and they took about 10 days to get. And we're kind of skeptical if they're going to hatch or not because with COVID, the Postal Service is kind of crazy. We didn't even think we were going to get them. We got an update this morning saying we was getting them, but here they are. Here's the packaging of them. And they are really nicely packaged. And the guy that we got these eggs from was awesome to work with and was really nice. So, and he's helped us a lot. So we're going to see how they do. We're going to get them put in the incubator. This is a farm innovator, simple tractor supply innovator. We figured we'd start with this and just do a video for everybody to see how it actually works because we couldn't find one on YouTube of a basic tractor supply model one. So we're going to start with this one, and then if it works out, we'll probably move up to like a GQF or something like that. But this is we bought this one, it was like $130. And we've done everything he said as far as checking the temperature, making sure everything was good. We know it is about a ½ degree off in our house. We don't know if that's going to be everywhere in everybody's house, but we are in Kentucky, so I don't know with the humidity and everything. But yeah, we're going to set the phone down, and she's going to help me put these eggs in here, and we'll see, check to see if we have any broken ones and everything, because they come from him. So. Yeah, it's no good. No good. Go ahead and see it. See, good one. See it? There's 44 that we did the candlelight on and had 44 of them that looked like they were good, about 58 that weren't, so we put them in here and we'll see what happens.
Put on sides. So this side is the ones that we didn't think done good, and this over here is the side that we think done pretty decently. So we will see in just a few days.
Here was gonna hatch, and it ain't moved in forever, so it could have.
So we're out here in the kennels today. We're checking on the baby quail. We ended up, our hatch rate for our very first time went decent, I would say. Out of 100, we were going to be happy if we hatched. I'm trying to get this to where you guys can actually see them. Let's open up this end. Let's be super careful. So,
Can I try to catch one now?
not right now, okay. We ended up buying some. These aren't all ours that we hatched. We ended up out of about 96 of our own, we hatched a little over 20 something, which we were happy with because we weren't expecting to have a huge high hatch rate. We're first timers with all these things, but this isn't the waterer we started out with. We started off with a 1 quart waterer. We had 3 of them in here. They were running through the water like crazy. We were watering 3 times a day.
since they're by behind me, I don't want to hold on. I just want to pet one, even if they're in a kennel.
Okay. Anyways, I figured Tom would come in here and talk to you guys about this too. He knows a lot more about these than I do. But anyways, we had 3 of the 1 quart waters. I'm goofy.
Nope, I said you're a good one. I'll keep him now.
Yeah.
If he dies,
And we had 3 feeders in here. They were actually wasting more food than we were feeding them. So we ended up taking one of the feeders out, keeping one in here, keeping this one. They seem to love this little purple one. We got them for 79 cents at Tractor Supply. Anyways, overall, done pretty good. We went and bought 100 more of them.
Alright, so it's about 3 weeks since we hatched them now, and we got about 100 eggs, and they were stuck on the dock because of freezing weather and COVID and everything else. So we probably should have waited and ordered them a different time of the year, but it was our first time. So we hatched about 20 to 25, and then we found somebody local that had a bunch of them, so we went and bought 100 from them. And but we bought about 100 from them and then put them in here, and we had quite a few die. We probably had about 20 of them die, and we think the reason was because they didn't have enough water. We had the little waters in here that you're supposed to use for quail. They're like 1/2 inch lips on them, but we ended up having 3 of them in here, and they were draining them 2 or 3 times a day. So we ended up putting a bigger water in here after they got a little older, and we got the gallon water now, and it seems to work pretty good. We fill it up once a day. There's probably about 95 birds in here in this brooder. We're getting ready to move them probably in the next day, but we had some bad weather here in Kentucky. So a couple things we learned we wanted to share with y'all before to end the video kind of was, one, we added electrolytes because we read up on it, and a lot of people said to use electrolytes. So that was the first thing we learned. We did that, and after that we didn't have no more die of dehydration. And then 2 was they will kill each other if you put too many in there, but they do like to be cuddled up. But ours are getting pretty big to be in this brooder. But like I said, we have our coop and we didn't have it completely done yet, so we'll be moving them in the next couple days. But that was the main 2 things. Was, 1, they crowd each other and they will kill each other. We felt like we kept them dry. We kept them. What is it?
You want to show them one at 3 weeks?
In a minute. But we kept changing the bedding, and then the water, make sure they have plenty of water, and then the heat lamps. We had 2 heat lamps, and we're going to try to wean them off of and we got a heated dog kennel, so they're in our dog kennel is where this is, and we got heating and air in here. We got a mini split in here that works pretty good. But yeah, and then so once they get this out, they start flying. That we're noticing they're flying up. We had 2 fly up and hit the wire, and it seemed like it killed them as soon as they flew up into it. So that's why we got to get them out of here. But like I said, with the weather right now, we're having 0-degree weather and a lot of snow and stuff. So we'll be getting them out of here though. But yeah, so guys, hopefully we can. And like I said, if y'all got any recommendations or anything, leave them in the comments for us, because we would love to learn as much as we possibly can about it. It's our first experience. And we'll probably end up doing more, I'm sure, because we're looking for to get a bigger incubator and stuff. So once we get more knowledge about it, we'll probably end up doing a newer video, and once we get more video experience. So, but hopefully y'all enjoyed everything, and then we'll show you a couple quail here these are 3 weeks old.
Set up real quick. Alright, so
It's a blonde one.
yeah. So this is a blonde one, and this is at 3 weeks, and how big they are. And we got some that are a little different in size for them all to be 3 weeks.
This is a rooster.
So here's one, and this is a rooster. It's pretty big for 3 weeks. Maybe here in a minute, okay? But anyways, we wanted to share with you guys the size of them at 3 weeks soon, and they do grow pretty quick for such a small bird.
Mom, can I do one? Give me one to do one.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's it. So, till next time, guys.